that like button, hit that notification bell, that subscribe button, and that notification bell all the way up top. Also, too, please follow me on all of my platforms, which will be in the description box below. Also, do me a huge favor. Go ahead and please donate to my uh, two GoFundMe's that I have going on right now with the $5 challenge. One is for my wife's illness. Y'all know that my wife has a lot of ailments, and I'm trying to do everything I can to look out for my wife and take care of her. Also, too, uh, putting America first. I started this campaign. I'm trying to get $100,000 to give to families that are in desperate need. I know we talk about what's going on with America right now and how fucked up it is, but what if we can go out here and actually be the exception to the rule? Be that type of people that start taking care of our own people, our own American people. So that is the goal now. So with that being said, let's get into this. Man, a lot of news happened over the weekend. A lot to talk about. I know I haven't done a live with y'all. Like I said, I'm still doing it on Wednesdays, like at night where we really get into this. But since I'm doing this drive, I'm going to talk about as much as I can. Um, First off, rest in peace to uh, the uh, well, you said it's always been an issue. What's always been an issue? I don't know what you're saying. Oh, okay, I guess you're talking about the news and what's going on. Yeah. Um, First and foremost, let's talk about what happened in California. Rest in peace to the three children that passed away this weekend. I think this crime happened Friday. Uh, or either no, I think it was Saturday. I think this young lady, I think she's like 30 years old, named Lillian uh, Liano Carrero. I think I got the name right. Yep, you right, bro. Hey, that's what's up. Take care of our homeless. Uh, this lady had three beautiful children and basically slaughtered these kids for the grandmother, her mother, to find in her home. Uh, the investigators of the situation, the first responders, it was so gruesome that they are going to have therapy, counseling to get over the crime scene. That's how gruesome it was. Now, the father, Mike Denton, is the name of the guy that's going through this. He is basically heartbroken. Um, he said that he was awarded emergency custody due to her mental illness in March. Now, this is where I get a little. Let me go turn this up a little bit. Okay. This is where I get a little skeptical because if you had emergency custody in March, and this is in California, I don't know California laws, but I always got the understanding if the courts grant you emergency custody, you're supposed to have an officer that day escort you over to the home and you get the children and that's it. You get your kids, they go back with you. I don't know why the kids were not removed from the home in March when he got that emergency custody. I don't know if there's a 30-day delay, which that would make sense. I mean, emergency custody would mean Okay, you get it right then. Like, I go in, I get my kid, we gone, or my kids, and we're gone. So I don't know, but I don't want to dwell on that because I know that this man is probably going through it himself, not to try to throw any kind of shade or fucked upness to the situation. But they did find this woman after she did a carjacking, uh, so many miles away from her home. I think like 80 miles from her original home. And she was arrested. Now, she's probably going to go with the uh, insanity plea because it's already been on record. What's up, Jose? It already been on record that she has an illness. Anybody that's live right now, Haps, any of the other platforms, YouTube, if you can, please donate to the cause. You ain't, whatever you can donate is fine. If you want to do a super chat on YouTube, I'll read the super chat. But we got a lot. We got a while before I get to work. I got a lot to unpack. It's probably gonna last the whole drive. Uh, so again, rest in peace to these kids. Three kids, 2, 3, and 6. That is 6 months. 2, 3, and 6 months. That's a lot to encounter as a first responder. And I'm quite sure the cops are going to need counseling too, because that's a lot to intake. When you see an adult, you know, hurt or violated in that type of work that these guys are in, yes, it is gruesome, but it's a little easier to get over, a little easier. But when you're dealing with children, like little helpless, defenseless babies that ain't been in the world not even a year yet or a couple of years, that is gruesome because that's a little life. They don't know anything. They don't know nothing. They're just here trying to be guided. And unfortunately, the person that was supposed to guide them could not guide them because they themselves needed medical guidance. Still a sad situation. On to other things. Y'all already know it's here. Smell it in the air? Hold on. I'm going to give y'all a guess what's here. Oh, shit. Victimhood is here. Full blast. Already. And we already got 2 cases of the victimhood ready to roll. Now, I want you guys to buckle your seatbelts. Let's make sure we buckle. Okay. I want y'all to close your eyes and let's fast forward. All right. Now we're in Virginia. Shit. The state of Virginia. Windsor, Virginia. December the 20th. December of 2020. Okay. Routine traffic stop. Cop pulls over the black guy. Black and Latino guy, excuse me. I got to make sure I say it right. Or do I say indigenous? Yeah, BIPOC. That's what it is. Black indigenous person of color. Yeah, that's what it is. Black indigenous person of color. I'm sorry. I have to make sure I get these metaphors right. Because, I don't want my channel to say I'm not being a part of the culture. Anyway, mile and a half from where the incident happens, guy pulls over, well-lit area. Officer goes to him, asks him questions like standard questions. Why did you take so long to pull over? Okay, listen, I need you to get out the car. And that's where the confrontation begins. This dude that's in the military that's black and Latino. I'm not getting out the car. So now he don't want to get out the car. It gets so heated. Yeah, National Guardsman. That's what he was. I knew it was something. He gets sprayed in the face with pepper spray. Okay? And then when he finally calms the fuck down and out the car and everything else, he basically had an excuse saying that he was feared for his life. Guys, let me tell y'all something. This is why, as a black man in America, I get so pissed off with my culture. This is why white folks get so pissed off with y'all at traffic stops. Y'all want to be over the goddamn top. Look, just get off. Get out. That's all you gotta do. Get out of the car. That's all you gotta do. Hey man, you know what? All right, I'll get out the car. I comply. That's all you gotta do. It's not hard. Just get out the car. Okay, so the cop slings you around, batters you a little bit. There's a camera. If not, you got the bruises to prove it. You know, if they try to keep you over so you can well up, you can heal, okay, it's fine. There's a thing called a lawyer. You know victimhood is hot right now. You can call any lawyer. Hey, I got a case for you. Police brutality. I don't think I want to take the case. I'm a black man in distress, and I went through a horrible ordeal. Oh yeah, I'll take it. Pro bono. Pro shit. Yeah. Oh shit. I just don't get it. That's all you gotta do. And then you know it. It'll weed everything out. All the bad cops will go away. The good cops will be like, well, man, trying to tell you, should have complied, should have treated the guy better because this is what happens. But no, we can't do that. That makes too much sense. We got to scream, wild out, and then we have to say, I'm afraid for my life. So after all that went down, you would think that, okay, screaming match, cop against this lieutenant, trying to get this guy out the car, you didn't comply. You would think the lieutenant or the officer would have a job. Well, the officer was Spanish. He was also BIPOC, but he was actually uh indigenous. The indigenous cop got fired. Said excessive force for what the words he said when he got frustrated to get out the car. Like, I don't know what he said, something to the extent of, I'm just paraphrasing it, that dude, I could have killed you right now acting crazy. But either way it goes, they say he was too aggressive, he's fired. And what happens? The guardsman is playing the victim, like usual. I don't think the police officer should have got fired. I think that he should have got suspended. There should have been a training session for him to understand what he needs to do in that situation when it gets that intense. But we're human, right? Look at the last cop that was overly nice. Y'all saw what happened to him in Tennessee. He almost lost his life and couldn't come home to his wife. See, nobody looks at the other side of the spectrum. We want to scream out the cop is bad. The cop wakes up and look for black and Latino people and all this other shit when they get up in the morning. Let me tell you what a cop is thinking from a man who's in the military, who's been at war. I want you to think about this, but it's a little bit more intense on their side because they are actually there fighting war on a daily basis. Think about you spending time with your family and friends. You having a nice drinks, grilling, whatever that you do with family and friends. And think about that you got to go to work tomorrow and do a 12-hour shift. You got to put your boots up, put your boots on, your uniform on, and make sure you got your gun, all the stuff you're supposed to have. And I want you to think whether you have to get in that cruiser car from the house or drive your car to your cruiser car that is parked by that station. Either way, once you leave that house, Once you tell your wife goodbye and kiss her goodbye and have a good day, honey, there's a good chance you might not make it back for dinner, to hold her hand, to be with your children, to talk to your mother about what she did at the bingo hall. You get my drift? There's a lot of shit that comes into play with this shit, but we don't never talk about it. We don't never look at it on their side. Every time they come to a car to investigate a traffic stop, they may be their last time walking up to a car. You don't believe me? Look at the last video that's floating around in New Mexico, where a drug dealer with a fucking assault rifle, excuse me, not assault rifle, with an AR-15, pulls it up, pulls it out, and shoots the cop in the head point blank. See, we don't look at that. Nah, we never look at that. We look at ourselves being violated. It's all we talk about. Me, 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 me. Well, how did you wind up being violated? Did you comply like you're supposed to? Did you got out the car, shut the fuck up, and let them do their job? Or did you have the camera on, jabbing and jabbering, talking about, I'm in distress. You see this here? You see this, man? Look at this, man. Look what I'm going through. Yeah. Again, we don't never look at it from their side. Never. Or every time you go up to someone's car because the media has painted you as an asshole with a gun who wants to kill, people assume that you're going to kill them. So now they're in fear and at the same time acting the damn nut. Telling you, man. Yeah, people don't never look at it from that point of view. Now get back to the lieutenant. He's probably going to get a hug and a kiss from his command. He's not going to get anything done to him because, again, everybody is on victimhood.com. So when you got everybody on board for victimhood.com, then you're not going to get a whole lot of blowback. Now let's go to the next police officer bullshit ass shooting that's going to make you wonder what the hell's going on in this episode. Now we're going back to the city of George Floyd. That's right, not Texas, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, in Minneapolis, police officers go, I think they made a traffic stop, go to the suspect. The suspect goes and basically drives off. So the officer shot the guy somewhere somehow. I got to look at it a little bit more. I don't want to tell it wrong, but it was a officer involved shooting. They said the guy didn't comply, and some things got to the point and escalated where he drove off and the officer shot. Now they're gonna look at the body cam and see if the officer followed procedures. But now the city is in rest in Minneapolis. Kid is 20 years old. I forgot his name, but he was with some other people as well. They were on the one passenger got injured, I think, that they stated. Now, I'm gonna wait till the facts come out on this story, but I'm quite sure it's not the officer's fault. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 90% shot that it wasn't the officer's fault. And even if it wasn't his fault, he's in extra woke Minneapolis now, so they're probably gonna let him go. I was him, I just go ahead on and resign. That's why we don't have no cops, guys. We don't have no cops because people are tired of the narrative. I do my job, I'm the enemy. But if I die, I get no kind of memorial. Think about the cops that's died on duty doing what these fools are asking them to do. There's possibly some cops right now that are dead trying to do this extra woke shit. And the ones that are dead, ain't nobody doing no memorial. You don't see BLM talk about them or anything else. Now, since I've gotten that crime news shit out the way a little bit, we gonna keep going. We ain't gonna talk about Patrice Cullors. Oh man. So y'all know y'all love that segment I've done on YouTube. By the way, y'all need to follow my short bite, my YouTube shorts. It'll make your day. Because I'm gonna find some crazy shit to trip about. So after Patrice has purchased that $1.4 million mansion, aka, you know, that starter kit, it's starting to come out that she's got 3 other properties, one in Atlanta and I think one somewhere else. Now, this has been going on since 2016. Woo! 2016. Wonder what happened in 2016. I want to say that's when in Minneapolis once again, Fidel Castro, Philando Castro got killed by the cops and all that unrest. Oh yeah, she been balling off of victimhood. Yeah. Now, Black Lives Matter charters are screaming they want an independent investigation. They want to know where the fucking money's going. I'm gonna help y'all out. Y'all ain't got to pay for no investigation. I don't know how the fuck y'all gonna afford it. Cause y'all talk about y'all ain't getting no money anyway. I ain't trying to be fucked up. But here we go. Are you ready? You BLM charters out there. Let's wonder where the money go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Liberal elitists with a dividend to Patrice Cullors and the other founders. Oh man, you want to know where it happened to the rest of the money? Fuckers are crazy. Oh shit. Now Patrice is tight-lipped, not saying a word, and I know why she's not saying a word. She is starting to get involved with her new neighbors. You know, the white people that has made her so afraid to go outside. She's she's possibly going to a lot of their events, you know, homeowner associating meetings, trading recipes. Oh shit, man! If this oppression, I want more of this motherfucker. Give me more. I like it. Oh shit! I had to give y'all a good laugh. Oh man, the BLM motherfuckers is pissed. Oh shit. Speaking of pissed, let's talk about Don Lemonade. I put that out yesterday, but I want to rehash it because I want to make sure everybody hears it from the horse's mouth. So Don Lemonade is into his feelings. Now you're probably wondering, well, why is Donnie into his feelings? You know, why is Lemonade into his feelings? Well, for one, when you work for a shit can company like CNN, whose ratings went through the roof when President Trump was in office because they spun a narrative that we've never seen before. Hell, had me fooled for years that Donald J. Trump was a racist. But Don is not on the scene no more. The block is dried up for news for CNN. They're feeding. And while they're feeding Fox News, The one that everybody at first, yeah, Fox did piss us off. They did some fuck shit when it came to the election, getting shit wrong. But you know what? We moved past it now. They're back on one accord. It's killing it. Fox prime time. Fox News prime time gets an average of 2 million viewers. 2 million average. That's not even talking about the segments. If it's something special popping off. CNN, they only get 1 million views, it that on average. That is low, very low for a news channel. Average news channel is supposed to get about 1.5 to 1.25. They're not even hitting that. The HGTV channel, shout out to Greg Foreman for putting these numbers out as well. I researched it and it is true. HGTV gets more views than CNN. So you think about this. When CNN is telling the news, you got people flipping, looking at how to build a house, how to make a garage. They ain't giving a shit about them. So Carson Tucker talked about this replacement theory. Now, YouTube, I'm just saying what he's saying. I'm not throwing no theories out there. I'm just saying what the man is saying. So Tucker Carlson is like, you know, we got this crisis at the border. We got the vice president hasn't came there to check it out. The president hasn't came to check it out. Mayor Alexandro Mayorkas, the guy that's supposed to be over Homeland Security, he's running through hoops, chasing his own tail, and this cartel is just, and all these other bad people are slowly just is constantly coming in. So now, rumor has it, everybody thinks the reason why, and this is what Tucker had said, I'm just paraphrasing it, that he feels like that this is happening because of replacement theory. That basically that America wants to reset itself by the liberals. They want to get hard working people that they can pay less for and lace their pockets, and not to mention too, have these same type of people constantly vote for them when it comes to that season. When it comes for election time, they are constantly voting for them and them only. Now, he pointed out some, he exposed some points that makes sense about the matter. Because why are we out here not pushing as politicians? Why they're not pushing for this to get resolved? And like he said, it's like a kid who sees a set of new kids moving to the home without their parents telling them, and they all get new bicycles, staying up late. It's gonna make the older kids say that was there originally, we're being replaced. And that's what's going on right now. What he was saying, and I'm paraphrasing all of this on the show. When that got out, oh man, Don Lemonade was not happy with this shit. Y'all see this? It's Donnie. This is once again white supremacy. Then you got the Anti-Defamation League ready to jump on Tucker Carlson's ass. He needs to be removed from Fox Network. He is causing biased information. You know, that's pretty hilarious, Don, for you to say that kind of thing when you were doing that last week, making it sound like that every conservative out there is racist. Every conservative. Oh man, I'll tell you, it 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 makes me laugh. Fox News is not going to fire Tucker Carlson. Sorry, Anti Defamation League. I understand you want to cancel someone so bad because that's what cancel culture wants to do. They want to cancel people. It's not going to happen. You're not going to cancel Carson Tucker. You may want to cancel him, but you're not, because Carson Tucker has a following out of this world. He has people like myself and other influencers that respect his thoroughness. Because with Tucker, we're going to get the truth. Tucker's going to tell that shit so smooth, so elegantly, like he's supposed to. He's not going to give me a fairy tale. He's not going to pull a false narrative in the shit. I'm not perfect, but God, perfection. I'm saying that he's fake. Shout out to Tucker Carlson. If you look at my show, man, I'd love to be on your show one day because you the truth. I'm not lying about it. So now let's talk about some sports bullshit. I know we don't usually talk about sports, but I had to bring this up. Now, remember I told y'all about that UNC coach, Herbert Davis, that went out here and just bragged, that went out here and became the first black coach for the University of North Carolina. That's a major accomplishment, right? You know, you're the first black coach. You know, a lot of people don't get to that point in their career to say they're the first coach of something of minority color, right? But not only just being the first black coach, I'm not saying it because he's a minority, but because he's also qualified. The dude is overly qualified to do the job. He has put in time as assistant coach, helping winning games in other aspects to prove that he's that dude. All right, so got over that. Now, remember I told y'all in the speech that this cat did some virtual signaling that he didn't even have a virtual signal to do. Talking about, I'm proud to be a black American. I'm proud to have a white wife. And I'm proud to have the kids we have with him. I'm not upset about him saying he's proud to have a wife. Before these oversensitive motherfuckers that trying to say I'm trying to be racial. Because we got some conservatives that act like that sometimes. I'm not saying that. I'm glad he's proud of his wife. You're supposed to be proud of your wife. That's the woman you chose to marry. That's the woman you chose to have children with. You are supposed to be proud. If you're not proud of your wife, then you need to get some counseling after you leave her, because you really wasted a lot of time in your life for something that you don't even appreciate or like. My issue is the race thing. Why did you have to bring up her race? Because of what? You're trying to get ahead of the situation before they say anything about it? If that's what you're trying to do, guess what? That isn't going to matter, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to say shit about her anyway when they find out that she's not black. That's just how black America that's woke works. So you should have known this. So I wouldn't have even brought it up. They say it, let them say 2 cents and keep it moving. Omar Johnson. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy. Look him up. Pan-African brother. When I say Pan-African, he's supposed to be pro-black, right? Everything's supposed to be, you got to be black owned and independent and work in your community. Well, Omar Johnson don't live up to what he says. This the guy who was supposed to be building the school, getting donations for so many years, and there was no school ever built. The school never got off the ground. But yet, shout out to King Randall, who's way younger than you, Omar, lives in the South. You know how you be saying the South is so oppressive, right? Live in South Georgia, Southwest Georgia, Albany. That's what we call it. All right, Albany, Georgia. Predominantly black town. You know, they got a little what they call that? Little poverty out there. They got some poverty, yeah. There's some poverty. But this guy got it out the mud, no help, fundraisers like you did, and he got a school open in less than a year in some change. And here it is going on year 3. You done had hip hop people involved, all these people involved for this school stuff, and you still ain't got no school built, no school operating. So who really full of shit? He wild the fuck out when he found out this man's wife was white. He was like this. Let me do this disgusting interpretation of how fucked up this guy is. Omar, brother, again, I want to say that I appreciate you for your accomplishments. Being the UNC head coach is an accomplishment. First black UNC coach. But brother, when you went up here and had that speech saying that you appreciate a white woman as your wife while doing this speech, that lets me know you suffer from mental illness, brother. You suffer from mental illness, brother. He sounds like a Boondocks character. Mental illness? Motherfucker is not mental illness. It's called, he's got goddamn common sense. He doesn't want to embrace the narrative. Why won't you do that? Seems like to me you're a little upset because you can't do that. I know why you can't do it. Because the women you deal with, the women you dealing with are baby mamas. You didn't want to marry none of them because you fucked up. Miss me with that Pan-African bullshit, brother. Y'all, I want to tell y'all something. If y'all ever hear a black man that's in Pan-African garb and he says the following, brother, listen here. 90% of the time he's full of shit. He's the biggest scammer of them all. There was only one man who could pull that shit off and be legit with it and not full of shit. And that was Malcolm X. Because Malcolm X believed in the shit he was speaking. He stuck by his convictions. These motherfuckers ain't. They just talking to be talking. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Omar Johnson having an affair with a white woman. Right? But be the first one. Have a twerking and all. Don't tell nobody. Oh shit. And anyway, man, that's all I got for you guys this morning in the land of horse shit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that happened this weekend that's gonna make y'all get excited. I was trying to see if there's any laws passed or anything like that. And I'm sitting here trying to think. No, that's about all that's going on. I'm gonna try now. If anybody watch my show, if you live near the border, I would like to interview you. I want a citizen's perspective, and I want somebody in law enforcement that's over there that follows the border perspective too. I would like to have somebody on my show that lives near the south border. I don't give a shit if it's Texas south border, if it's uh, California, wherever you're at. I want to talk to you about what's going on over there and your thoughts. I would love to have somebody from the border on my show to talk about it. I mean, we really do. We need to get people's perspective because we already hear from the politicians that's over there. We already know that it's fucked up, but I want the people to talk about it, the people that actually live there, because that way we can actually see what's up. All right, y'all. I'm gonna also plan to be live Wednesday. I'm gonna put it on the calendar. I'm doing it today. Y'all need to check it out. Y'all need to be spreading the word and share it so people know Wednesday I'm live and we can get it in. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. I'm out.